But news to deflate the Cardiff fans is that Manchester City are pretty much at full strength. Just the two changes, Garcia for Fernandinho and Navas for Nasri, whereas Cardiff make 4 changes from last weekend. McNaughton for John, Turner for Hudson, Gunnarsson for Kim and Much for Odin Wingy. So Cardiff City, who last week slipped into the bottom 3 for the first time this season, have it all to do, and one would imagine the way that he set up Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who never beat Manchester City as a player on 4 occasions as a Manchester United player, as already their back line has been breached. Dzeko goes down inside the penalty area, still the threat remains, Navas fires it wide, hasn't got out of play, and it goes wide, and already the opening 30 seconds would suggest that it's going to be a long afternoon for Cardiff City if they play a high line like that.
Well, it was immediate on the back foot, Cardiff. They set up by allowing Manchester City possession, but as soon as it went out wide to Kolarov, he threaded a lovely ball through to David Silva, who almost found Dzeko in the area. It was a great chance, a great start for Manchester City.
My word, I was about to say he's brought in experience, McNaughton, he's also brought in Turner, so he's made 2 changes to his back line from last week, but that would have given him palpitations already. Corner kick on that far side, it's an away swinging corner and it's headed out by those red shirts of Cardiff. Manchester City, sky blue shirts and white shorts, playing from left to right. Here are the 2 teams. Joe Hart is in goal, a back 4 of Zabaleta, Company, Demichelis and Kolarov. Yaya Toure and Garcia break off as Zabaleta won't keep that ball in play, and then you've got Navas and Silva with Negredo and Dzeko. Fernandinho is on the bench, as is Aguero. For Cardiff City, Marshall is in goal, Kevin, Teofil, Catherine, Turner, Kolka and McNaughton. McNaughton playing as a left back. 5 midfield, Noon, Gunnarsson, Medell, Whittingham and Much back after injury, and Campbell as the lone striker. 48 years of age, from Lancashire, the referee. Teofil Catherine is forward, and Cardiff City will try and launch a ball forward towards Fraser Campbell on that right hand side. Heads it. Company though will not prevent the ball from going out. It's a corner kick to Cardiff City. Manchester City, remember, just a point behind Arsenal. Chelsea a little bit further back in 3rd place, just 2 points off the top. Now what can Cardiff City produce from a set piece? They're going to be under the cosh in terms of open play. It's a corner kick on that far side, the right, headed out by Yaya Toure at the near post, and then clipped forward on the half volley by Silva. And it's Navas up against Teofil Catherine, and he's adjudged to have pushed over the Cardiff City right back.
Yeah, I think that's the correct decision. I think Teofil Catherine had just got the wrong side of Navas. Navas wasn't able to get round him, and he got his body between the ball and man. Good defending there from Teofil Catherine. But just going back to the corner that they had there from Whittingham, that is the opportunity that they're going to get today, Cardiff. If they can get high enough up the pitch to get the set plays, you feel that's where the threat's going to come from for them today.
Yaya Toure plays the ball forward towards Negredo, headed away by Kolka, picked up by Silva, back into the penalty area, could fall to Dzeko, good save by Marshall, beat the ball away, diving away to his right on that right hand post. Kolarov will keep the ball in play. Kolarov's cross is high into the penalty area and headed behind. In comes the corner, hasn't been cleared by anybody. Zabaleta back into the penalty area through a clutch of players, out for a goal kick. Manchester City thought it should have been a corner. Kevin Kilban.
Yeah, Zabaleta right behind the strike there on his weaker left foot. Tried to get it on target, but I think it did take a slight deflection going out of play. But again, City do carry a threat from all angles, and that time David Silva on a little knockdown, probably the time that you expect Cardiff to be picking up those knockdowns. Instead it's Silva that's anticipating.
Navas into the penalty area, right hand side. Oh, it was almost an own goal. A sliding Turner almost diverted the ball past David Marshall. He made a smart save low down to his left. It's behind for a corner. Navas with a corner on the right hand side. Didn't beat the first man. Headed back in by Zabaleta. Partially cleared by Kolka. Yaya Toure out towards Navas. Right hand side into the penalty area. Navas goes on his tiptoes. Pulls the ball back out towards Kolarov. Kills the ball dead. Shoots into the legs of Teofil Catherine and hooked away by Gary Medell.
Oh, they really are struggling to get out of their own half right now. This is the key battle, I think, for me. It's Navas against McNaughton. McNaughton, a regular right back for Cardiff, coming over to play on the left-hand side. It's difficult for him right now to get his body shape right, to get in line with Navas. And Navas, in fairness, is having a field day.
and he's hardly played this season. This is only his 5th appearance for Cardiff City. Admittedly, he has been out on loan, where he played just over a dozen games for Bolton Wanderers, but it's a real step up when you're against a speed merchant like Navas. And Kolarov now provides the width on the left-hand side for Manchester City. Infield towards Negredo, plays it back towards Kolarov, and it requires Kolka to come across and put the ball out of play. That should be a Cardiff throw, indeed it is. Kolarov on that far side, the left. Teofil Katerine goes with him, pens him in right down by the corner flag on that far corner. It's a Manchester City throw, taken quickly towards Silva. Silva down towards the byline, looks for a little cutback, hooked off the line by McNaughton. Dzeko thought he'd crossed the line, and indeed it has. It's a century of goals for Manchester City, 100 not out, but that might well be the first goal that is awarded through goal line technology.
Well, the linesman didn't flag, the linesman definitely didn't indicate it was a goal. All the Cardiff City players are running to the official, running to Neil Swarbrick, protesting to him, but he immediately went to the watch and has given the goal.
We've had a few close calls in the Premier League, but that, I am sure, is the first goal to be awarded by goal line technology. Of course, we'll have to wait for that to come up on the screens, but judging by Neil Swarbrick now, who's actually pointing to his wrist to say, I got the buzzer. It was scuffed goalwards. It did clearly cross the line before McNaughton hooked it away. And the goal review system has clearly shown us that it did cross the line. So for the first time in the Barclays Premier League, a goal has been verified through goal line technology, and it's the 100th goal for Manchester City. Ball over the top, Negredo brings it down well, flicks it goalwards, it just runs wide. Super technique.
Oh, brilliant touch on his left foot, coming across his body, over his shoulder. Really difficult technique that was from Negredo, but wonderful touch. I think the deflection on the pass forward found him. It was a little bit a fortuitous deflection towards him, but very unfortunate not to hit the target after the initial ball from Silva.
He brought the ball down under control with his left foot, and then again with the outside of the left foot flicked it wide. Took a deflection.
He should have shot with his right foot, actually, Ian.
Corner kick coming in. It'll be Navas to take it. Navas on the right-hand side, and it comes away off much. And it'll be across towards that far side for Teofil Katerine, the right back, asking too much of Noon, and Demichelis will put the ball long. And thankfully now, order appears to have been restored in that lower tier with the police presence. Well, it seems that, unfortunately, there is an element of Cardiff City supporters who are hell-bent on causing trouble in that bottom tier away to our right, because after minutes of the police presence just bring it under control, it's flared up yet again. Negredo, sweet little back heel. Garcia's cross from the right, Marshall will gather that ball in. Zabaleta into Negredo screws it just wide, outside of the left foot, just bent away from the base of that left-hand post as we look. Dzeko will turn away from Turner and then gives the ball away. It was well read by Noon, but quickly won back by Kolarov, looking up and coming forward, slides it through, nice turn offside against Negredo. Marshall made the save anyway.
Brilliant, Paul. Every time Kolarov gets forward, he's looking straight diagonally into Negredo. Negredo's movement's excellent. He's just getting between Kolka and Turner. Sorry, I forgot the names there. Kolka and Turner, and every time he's looking to turn and get his strikes away. It's excellent play from Negredo, playing on the shoulder.
Manchester City have extended their club record of scoring now in 61 consecutive top-flight matches at home. Would you believe Birmingham City were the last team to keep a clean sheet in the Premier League? Just hazard a guess as to when that would have been.
2011?
Well, I thought for a minute he'd have got it right. I was going to say he'd been cheating. As the shot comes in from Much, that's not knocking you, but no. November 2010.
November, a year out.
November 2010 was the last time that an away side in the Premier League kept a clean sheet. Cardiff City coming forward, Noon into the penalty area, Noon shoots and Noon scores, and Cardiff City have levelled here. Surprising scoreline, but Noon has brought Cardiff City level. It's 1-1.
That's incredible, absolutely incredible. Cardiff just broke down the right-hand side. Noon stepping inside onto his left foot, steps inside a couple of defenders, and he's wrong-footed Joe Hart on his near post. It's come from absolutely nothing because Cardiff have had no foothold in this game whatsoever. Good play from, I think it was Much outside. He's pulled back a really good ball inside Demichelis into Noon. Great play from him to check inside. Wonderful finish, great goal from Cardiff.
Well, he scored the first goal of the Oni Gunnar Solskjaer reign at Newcastle in the FA Cup tie, just coming off the bench at St James's Park a couple of weeks ago, but he did take it well. He gave Joe Hart no chance. And when you think of the other teams to have scored here in the league, Manchester United, Everton, Arsenal obviously got the 3, and Liverpool, Cardiff City have equalised. And when you consider the balance of play, their first serious attack to equalise after 29 minutes is a surprise.
Yeah, it's certainly a surprise. It's come from nothing. Demichelis was just dragged out a little bit out of position from Kolarov pushing forward. We mentioned before about the fullbacks bombing on, but that's caused them the problem there. And then Noon, he checked then inside Company with really, really good feet, giving Company, actually wrong footed him, and then to finish at the back end of it with a composure he showed. Excellent play from Noon.
Manchester City are on the attack. It's Dzeko to the edge of the area, could fall towards Navas. Navas strokes it in. Navas restores order. Manchester City are back in front, leading by 2-1.
It was brilliant play centrally from Yaya Toure. Shrugged off a couple of challenges, played a really good ball through to Dzeko. Dzeko then shrugged off a couple of challenges himself. He actually tried to shoot before the ball did then break to Navas. Finished it well, giving Marshall no chance.
They were level for all of 4 minutes. Cardiff City in the red shirts, playing from right to left, out towards that right-hand side. And this is Noon with pace, goes on the outside of Kolarov, clips over the cross as well. Zabaleta is forced to tuck in and head the ball behind for a corner. Kevin Kilban.
Yeah, Noon looks a real threat. Every time Silva's going forward, he's leaving Kolarov one-on-one with Noon, and Noon's, taking the opportunity to go at him. Every time he picks up the ball, he's driving straight at Kolarov. Good play from him there. This is another threat from the corner again.
And Whittingham has wandered over towards that right-hand side to take it, stamps the turf down with his left boot, places the ball down now in the quadrant. Campbell is trying to lose Demichelis. Turner has also come up. They're just he's almost trying to hide from Demichelis, is Fraser Campbell. He's now almost crouching, trying to lose the Argentine. In it comes. It would help if you could beat the first man with your delivery. Comes back out, takes another deflection, loops behind for another corner kick.
Yeah, it's disappointing ball played in from Whittingham. He's normally, invariably at 9 times out of 10, he's on the money with his set plays. Excellent left foot he has.
Corner kick to Cardiff City, in towards the near post, headed out ever so well by Yaya Toure, helped further away by Navas. Navas to Silva, lets it come across his body, takes it almost with a cushioned touch onto his left foot, and then it's threaded through by Zabaleta. Cardiff though will look to break. He tripped himself over, did Jordan Much, in his eagerness to try and get out of that congested area of the field, as Manchester City, leading by 2-1, are looking for a third. He tried to slip a ball into the penalty area, did Yaya Toure, but Cardiff's red line will hold firm. Navas slides in, last touch came off McNaughton, so it'll go behind for a corner kick. A difficult afternoon for Cardiff City, who've spent the majority of this first half firmly on the back foot. Yes, it's Navas, he'll pull it out to Silva, right corner of the penalty area, into the box, little ball inside, Kolarov shot charged down by Whittingham, headed back by Garcia, and eventually swept away on the volley by Whittingham. Now, will Noon get there? No, he won't, because Demichelis will come across. They can't get the ball away, Cardiff. Just keeps coming back time and time again. Navas with a cross, headed up in the air by Kolka, headed away by Medel, only as far as Zabaleta. 25 yards out from goal in a central position, chipped into the penalty area. Kolka tells those red shirts to push on out, but they can't get out. Kolarov will fire one in, and it fizzes over the crossbar for a goal kick.
Well, there's 10 players in a line, 10 outfield players in a line, right across the 18-yard box then, and Manchester City were just picking up those little second balls every time they cleared the crosses going into the box. I think they were then happy to see Kolarov shoot from 25 yards.
Manchester City with Navas, infield to Silva, right corner of the penalty area. Silva plays the ball to Yaya Toure. 9 red shirts are behind the ball, in and around their penalty area, away to our left, back towards Yaya Toure, infield towards Silva, tried to dink it back, comes to Silva, shot blocked by Kolka, headed down by Zabaleta. Yaya Toure can't hook that ball or keep it down as he wraps his right foot around that, falling to the ground over the crossbar. Goal kick, 2-1.
Yeah.
Whittingham just outside the centre circle. Here is Jordan Much coming forward, and he'll shoot, moved in the air, good save by Joe Hart, moving away to his left hand side. Just deviated a fraction.
Yeah, it did. There was a lot of movement on it. Good strike from Much. Again, that's the threat that they carry, Cardiff. When they get forward in numbers, they're going to test Joe Hart. only probably the second time through the whole game that they have actually done that, but the first one drew a goal, so they can do it again.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer watching from the sidelines alongside Manuel Pellegrini. Kolarov came sliding in on Noon, helps himself back to his feet. Teofil Katerin will get this ball then from Kolka. Silva is ahead of him, he plays it high and downfield. Noon has to try and control that bouncing ball. Demichelis' clearance only as far as Gunnarsson, who slides the ball forward on the right hand side. Noon will stand over the cross. Campbell was arriving late. Good defending by Zabaleta. Gets a pat on the back from Joe Hart. Good play from Cardiff. Now on the counter-attack, Manchester City. Navas cutting through the middle of those red shirts to Dzeko. Dzeko does the step over, he's into the penalty area, fires wide, goal kick.
It's a brilliant breakaway, first from Navas, breaking the full length of the pitch when he was put free from Yaya Toure. Dzeko just couldn't find the target with his strike, but at the other end, good play again. Noon has been a real threat down the right-hand side for Cardiff, putting a good ball in, but great defending it was by Zabaleta at the far post, with Fraser Campbell jumping all over him.
Negredo with his back to goal, plays it towards Silva. Silva trying to wriggle away from 4 or 5 red shirts. Eventually Cardiff do clear the ball. Campbell now drops back inside his own half, out towards Noon, who's over the halfway line. Campbell's ahead of him. Much and then Whittingham are also going through the middle for the red shirts of Cardiff. Noon though will hold on to the ball and spread the ball play out towards McNaughton. He was then caught a little bit by Garcia. Cardiff were appealing against that. Campbell has gone out a little bit further ahead, and then he's taken out by Zabaleta, and referee Neil Swarbrick will give a free kick to the away team.
Yeah, good positive play. Again, it was Noon. Really positive game he's having. Been impressed with him today on the right hand side, but once he found Fraser Campbell on the left hand side, positive again, went at Zabaleta, got him backed off, won the free kick. This is the opportunity that Cardiff need to take.
Cardiff City though have a free kick just in from the left touchline, swept in towards the far post. Campbell is up. Header actually I think came back off Dzeko. It'll be a corner kick to Cardiff City.
Yeah, again Peter Whittingham, really good ball played in. Free header at the far post from Campbell, got himself free. I think he was very unfortunate because Dzeko didn't really know too much of it when he was trying to head it back across goal with his back to play. Hit the back of Dzeko's head and went out of play.
Well, they'll know all about the threat of Fraser Campbell from their meeting at Cardiff back in August. And in fact, there's a corner kick on the right-hand side, and that's where Campbell scored. And in it goes, and it hasn't been dealt with, and this time the ball bobbles. And it's gathered in on the goal line by Joe Hart. Silva coming in for Manchester City. Oh, across the face of goal. Excellent build-up play. The layoff by Dzeko, taking it full stride. Silva, left-footed across the face of goal, almost a third.
Oh, brilliant one and two touch passing initially from Negredo into Kolarov, and the ball was played in from Kolarov into Dzeko. Wonderful touch from him, and David Silva, movement off the ball was excellent. Really unfortunate not to find the target off the back of it.
And it's Alvaro Negredo who is coming off for Sergio Aguero, unable to add to his tally of 7 goals in his last 4. Demichelis will come forward. They back off him. They allow the central defender to almost reach the midway point of that half. Aguero, the substitute, shows too much of it to Noon. They doubled up on Kolarov there, Noon and Teofil Katerin, and Noon is away from Demichelis, who committed himself far too easily, and Noon now finds himself running at company. Noon will continue to take it goalwards and brings a save out of Hart, diving away to his left. Excellent attacking play by Craig Noon.
Noon's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant for Cardiff today. Again, he just skipped by Demichelis on the left-hand side. Brilliant run from him. Demichelis perhaps diving in a bit too early, but once he got company backing off, he drove straight at him onto his left foot, checking inside. Really unfortunate, but good save from Joe Hart.
Joe Hart has made 2 fine saves for Manchester City in this second half, despite the dominance from the home side. When he makes key saves, as the corner comes in, and there was another one just clawing that ball away, as it was a dipping corner kick from the right hand side. Still they make to wait that double substitution, and now the double substitution will be made, and Kevin McNaughton is coming off, so that's a straight replacement. Declan John, one of the 4 changes that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had made. Declan John, who I saw last week against West Ham United, he does like to get forward on the left hand side. Straight swap left back for a left back, and Craig Bellamy getting a very good ovation from the Manchester City supporters, of course, from his time here. 51 appearances and 16 goals, and in fact he was actually signed 5 years ago this weekend by Mark Hughes.
He's had a really good career, hasn't he, Craig Bellamy? He'll look to come on and make an impact in this match. So, you know what, well, we say about Noon being absolutely excellent down the right hand side, they've got a more pace going on the left hand side now with Bellamy, so if he can get the ball to those two, It could cause problems for Man City.
Bellamy, head down, darting forward, out towards Noon, right-hand side, level the penalty area, back towards Bellamy. Teofil-Catherine turns, almost gives the ball away to Dzeko. This is Medel, the Chilean, and his fellow countryman maybe watching on, not too anxious at this stage, I'm sure, Manuel Pellegrini, but he would ideally like a third goal for himself. That was late. Collar off on Noon. Play continues. The referee with the advantage. Cross comes in from the right, dealt with by Manchester City. Pop back to the edge of the area, and Garcia will bring the ball away from Gunnarsson to Dzeko, just inside his own half. Dzeko with a diagonal ball. Aguero takes it in his feet. Aguero into the penalty area. Turner covers, slides in. Aguero holds his balance and his footing, and just over the top with his left foot for a goal kick.
Oh, it was a brilliant ball initially, played forward from Dzeko, the outside of his right foot. Great movement again from Aguero. Just couldn't find the shot initially. Once he's checked back into his left foot, just couldn't find the target.
Magnus Wolf-Ekram is going to be coming on, the third and final change for a Cardiff City side. Yaya Toure has just got the third goal, linking up with Aguero. Yaya Toure with his left foot buries the ball into the bottom right-hand corner. They have met their average once again with their third goal, and surely the 3 points for an all-conquering and free-scoring Manchester City.
Well, Yaya Toure gave the ball away at the edge of the box initially, and he just seemed to get a little bit angry with himself. Chased the opposition down then, and then he ran forward about 40 yards with the ball. It was a great run back across. Lovely 1-2 with Aguero. Aguero found he got onto his left foot and struck it in the bottom corner. Brilliant Yaya Toure goal.
The African Footballer of the Year for 2013 might have picked up a knock in the process. The physio is on. Whilst that has happened, Ekram has come on, and I think it was Gunnarsson who has gone off. So the third and final change has been made by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. As the ball is played forward by Yaya Toure. Aguero, excellent control. Aguero in the penalty area. Aguero twisting and turning one way. Super finish by Aguero. Aguero in on the act with an emphatic finish. Manchester City have got a fourth goal. It's Manchester City 4, Cardiff 1.
Absolutely outstanding finish from Aguero. He's checked one with him, kept back the other. And every time he gets into the penalty area, he's got defenders backing off him. You fancy him to do something special, and he's just done it there. Brilliant finish from Aguero.
The thing is, you have to wonder how many goals they are going to score, as Clichy is going to be coming on to replace Navas, and James Milner, I think, is going to switch as a result of that. But Garcia for Manchester City, a forward ball to Milner, who now is occupying a place out on the right-hand side, and Zabaleta's on the overlap as Milner will come forward, and it's a pacey ball that is diverted behind for a corner kick to the home side. Kevin Kilban.
Yeah, certainly Milner's come on. He's looking to have an impact on this game. Again, you just watch Aguero's movement. He always comes short and then spins in behind defenders, and that's what stretches the opposition, and it gives the likes of certainly when Silva is on the pitch, that sort of freedom when you're playing with a player like Aguero. Corner taken short, it's back with Milner, he's into the penalty area, he turns and then turns again, and then once more, 3 turns from James Milner. Still Declan John though, sticking to his task manfully. A 4th turn, he works over the cross, into the air, headed away by Kolka. Shot comes in by Aguero on the volley, strikes the body of Teofil-Catherine, and Cardiff City tussling away with Dzeko. Both Campbell and Teofil-Catherine desperate to try and get that ball, but in the end it's Dzeko who, up against the two of them, has been awarded a free kick for the home team. Kevin. Yeah, Teofil-Catherine disgusted with that one. But again, it was just Aguero's movement was brilliant. That time Dzeko out-strengthened 2 Cardiff players. Really, they're rampant right now, Man City. You just feel as though there's going to be more goals in this game. Cardiff City with Teofil-Catherine bring the ball under control on the edge of his own penalty area. Gael Clichy pushing up on Noon. They've dispossessed Noon. This is Kolarov to Clichy. Clichy in the penalty area, back towards Kolarov. It's an outstretched foot by Dzeko. Good save by Marshall, reacted well. Bellamy with a corner for Cardiff City. An outswing corner headed away by Company. Ekram, former Manchester United player. Just a few stifled boos for the Norwegian. Put back in by Noon, high ball, Hart has come, and then he gathered that one in at the second time. As Noon takes the ball over the head of Clichy. Noon has done well, and it's not a bad curling effort, and it's beaten away by Joe Hart. He's been a real bright spot for Cardiff today, his individual performance, Craig Noon. I think he's been absolutely brilliant. He just skipped by Clichy there. He's looking to get on his left foot every time, but what a player he looks. Every single time he's so positive when he picks up the ball. He looks to run at the opposition. A wonderful performance from Craig Noon today for Cardiff. Corner kick on that far side. Turner is up.
And they've got another goal back, have Cardiff, and the final touch may well have been from Fraser Campbell. They've reduced the arrears. Manchester City 4, Cardiff City 2, and I think it is Fraser Campbell who got the final touch from that corner kick.
Well, this is the place to see goals, isn't it? A poor goal for City to concede, really. I think it was Demichelis at the near post and Yaya Toure both misjudging the cross going in, but Fraser Campbell read the cross coming into the far post and finished it well, and he's about 2 yards out.
The goals continue to flow for Manchester City, but it was a day when the Premier League witnessed the first goal to be awarded through goal line technology. Suspicion of handball from David Silva in the build-up before Dzeko's scoop shot was met by McNaughton's attempted goal line clearance. However, almost instantly, referee Neil Swarbrick awarded the goal through the efficient and impressive link-up with that vibration on his wrist. Cardiff equalised through the eye-catching Noon before Navas put the home side back in front. Cardiff remained in the game. Hart made fine saves from Much and Noon in the second half, but 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes as Yaya Toure and Aguero combined to provide a goal for each other. Fraser Campbell tapped in a consolation in injury time. So 103 not out for free-scoring Manchester City. Cardiff City are now bottom of the Premier League.
Let's hear from Manuel Pellegrini after Manchester City's 4-2 win over Cardiff. He's been talking to Jonathan Pearce.
Very well done again, but I know that you're a perfectionist. Are you unhappy that your team conceded 2 goals?
Well, maybe I am not 100% happy because they scored the second goal in the corner last minutes. I think we must be concentrated. But we scored today 4 goals, and I think that we missed at least 5 or 6 clear chances. So continuing playing the same way we are doing till now, I think they will we are always going to score more goals than the goal we concede.
Some of the football that you're playing is wonderful, isn't it?
Yes, really at the moment I think that we play a fantastic first half. We play with a lot of intensity, a very high tempo in the whole period. So I think it's the way we must continue doing.